Hello, fellow fan geeks! It's your fangirl Teal'c, and it's time for some more Stargate SG-1. Are you ready? I know I am. Season 3, Episode 3, Fair Game. Never seems like that's the case. I'm super excited to share some designs from our merch store. Show your fan geek pride with official fan geek merch on shirts, caps, bags, and more. Check out our new designs. We've got classic gate quotes we love, like "Calm up" and "Indeed." If you have a custom design you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments below. Now back to the reaction.
You have fought with valor and courage, sacrificed for each other, for this country, for this planet. To honor the men and women of the SGC, I present Arthur Sims, the Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Sims.
Since the reinception of this program, I have eagerly awaited every word of every mission report stemming from this base, like a wide-eyed child waiting for his next bedtime story. Not actually being here, seeing your faces, or this Stargate here behind me, it is sometimes easy to forget that it's all really happening. The President regrets not being able to be here, but I'm glad because it gives me the opportunity to congratulate you on your recent effort in defeating a formidable enemy and rescuing SG-1 captured in the line of duty. You risk your lives every day in a way more dangerous and fantastic than any of us could have ever dreamed. Understand that I represent every person of this great nation when I salute your ongoing heroic spirit. You should be proud.
Jack doesn't look...
Before we finish today, I have one other small bit of business. Please come to attention. From the Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force, in recognition of Captain Samantha Carter's outstanding work, I hereby authorize her immediate promotion to the rank of Major. Captain, step forward.
Wow.
The United States Air Force has recognized that you have fulfilled tasks and duties well beyond the responsibility of captain. It is with great pleasure that I bestow upon you the responsibility.
That's awesome, guys. Come on, that's pretty awesome.
And the rank of
Sorry,
Major.
I'm itchy.
Thank you, sir.
Well done, Major. In closing, Major Carter's supervisor, Colonel Jack O'Neill, would like to say a few words.
Wait, Jack wants to speak?
Normally, I'm a man of very few words.
And you still are.
Hold 9!
And in conclusion, I'd like to say,
What? Is this Thor? No, Loki. Is this the Loki episode?
Greetings, Jack O'Neill.
greetings. We met?
I am Thor.
Ew, okay, it's Thor, not Loki.
apologize for taking you by surprise, but I have come on a matter of great importance.
We're in orbit around Earth, right?
Yes,
You know, we have satellites and telescopes that can see things like spaceships.
our ships have never been detected in orbit around Earth before.
All right. I'm sorry, you were saying something. Matter of great importance.
We received word of what transpired with your people and the Goa'uld named Hathor.
She had it coming.
As a result, the Goa'uld system lords have turned their attention towards you.
What, for killing Hathor? They should be thanking us. She was planning to overthrow them, you know.
Her intentions are irrelevant. Earth has once again proven it can be a formidable threat to the Goa'uld.
Oh, now we're a threat to them.
They have decided it is a concern to be dealt with. The system lords are capable of launching an assault 100 times more powerful than that which you previously withstood at the hands of Apophis.
Okay, that could be a problem.
The Asgard agree. I have come to offer our assistance.
Now see, that would be appreciated. I've seen your work. It's great.
The vast majority of the Asgard fleet is currently unavailable.
Oh. So what'd you have in mind?
With your permission, the Asgard will attempt to negotiate with the Goa'uld system lords to include Earth in the Protected Planets Treaty.
That's a good thing, right?
It would prevent this attack.
Good. To be honest with you, I'd rather have a fleet of your ships here. A few of these babies and we could just... could try the negotiating thing.
I will contact the system lords. You may return to your planet now.
Okay, how do I do that?
Excuse me? I assume someone's going to show me the way back.
Asgard
Thank
Demon
you.
technology.
Why would the Goa'uld agree to this negotiation?
The Goa'uld fear the Asgard.
Plus, I assume the Asgard would offer the Goa'uld something in return. I mean, that's generally the way negotiations work.
Well, what if the summit fails?
Well, Thor said that was pretty much the only option he could offer. If it fails, total annihilation.
Well, the President is wondering how confident we are in trusting the Asgard.
The Tok'ra trust them.
They helped Jack out when he got the Ancient's language downloaded into his brain.
You gotta love him for that.
But we know very little about the politics out there. How do we know the Asgard truly have our best interest at heart?
Well, I suppose we don't. But if they have any other agenda in mind...
Wah!
Colonel, do we need security?
No, I'll vouch for him, sir. Major Samantha Carter. Dr. Daniel Jackson. You remember Thor? Thor, this is Teal'c and Major General George Hammond. He's the leader of our facility here.
The system lords have agreed to negotiate.
That's good news.
They will arrive in 4 days.
You hear?
It is customary for such negotiations to take place on the planet in question. 3 representatives from the system lords will arrive by Stargate. You must be prepared to speak on behalf of all the inhabitants of Earth.
Well, maybe not me personally.
We have chosen you, O'Neill, to represent your planet at the proceedings.
All right, now see, that could be a mistake. You see, Dr. Jackson here is an extremely educated and articulate man, very well versed in all the languages.
You have led your people into the galaxy through the Stargate. You are our choice, O'Neill. Further instructions to aid you in preparation will follow.
They're still weird. Creepy, weird, creepy. Kind of remind me of those birds from the labyrinth that could take their
Cronus was
body
among
parts
the
off.
earliest Greek gods, one of 12 titans who eventually ascended to supreme domination. He was god of fate and eventually became father to Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, and Hades. Now, this last relationship may indicate a connection to the Goa'uld Sokar.
Cronus is the most influential of the system lords. It was he who originally banished Sokar. Cronus was also a mortal enemy of Apophis.
Which may indicate why the System Lords didn't join in Apophis' attack on Earth.
The System Lords reluctantly banded together to defend Goa'uld territory against outside threats such as the Asgard and the Ritu. However, they still battle amongst themselves for control of their individual domains.
The second Goa'uld representative we're expecting is... you.
Me?
You is the name of the Goa'uld.
Sorry.
Also known as Yu the Great. He did not assume the role of a god per se, but may have been one of China's earliest emperors. Legend says he possessed great mythic powers and sprang into the world from a dragon's body. Ancient scrolls say he founded the first recorded dynasty whose advances came about under harsh rule. However, it should be noted that Yu did account for a number of notable positive influences.
Thank you.
Sorry. According to Thor's message, Yu is the most likely to favor this treaty as his interests no longer reside in this area of the galaxy.
And the third Goa'uld, Dr. Jackson?
Another one we haven't met, but have a certain familiarity with. For those in the room who don't know, Nirrti is the Goa'uld who wiped out all but one survivor of P8X-987, along with 4 members of the SGC in an attempt to destroy Earth's Stargate.
Cassandra's plan.
Little is known about Nirrti from Earth's perspective. In early Hindu reference, she was a destructive goddess of power.
So we're gonna let these Goa'uld just walk in.
There are a number of aspects of this situation I'm not comfortable with, Major. Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Teal'c, I would like you to act as liaison to the Goa'uld. Dr. Jackson,
General Hammond,
is there a problem?
I mean no disrespect, but I have given my allegiance to you, to the SGC, and to the people of this world freely. I will, however, not see to the petty needs of these Goa'uld.
I'll see to the petty needs of the Goa'uld, sir.
Okay, Dr. Jackson.
That was a
Teal'c,
bad
you will
move.
assist Major Castleman with base security. According to Thor, treaty laws will not permit weapons of any kind in this facility during negotiations.
Whoa! Sir, that doesn't sound wise.
We're largely trusting the Asgard based on your word, Colonel. This is their rule. As a result, the base is completely sealed off from the surface. The Secretary of Defense will be staying to represent the President. Storage room 12A on level 17 will be converted to a meeting room for security reasons. You have all received folders that include your individual assignments and preparation instructions as laid out by the Asgard. There's a lot of work to do, people, and not much time.
What about that one, Major?
This is a Goa'uld healing device. Those 2 are the weapons.
Colonel, how are your briefings going?
I had no idea how exciting diplomacy could be, sir.
What's this about?
I'm not sure. It's Teal'c. Teal'c, Sergeant, what's the problem?
He won't relinquish his weapon, sir.
Teal'c?
Like you, I do not believe we should remove all weapons from this base.
The Asgards were explicit. If they detect weapons, there will be no summit.
No summit, no treaty.
The Goa'uld that you are allowing through your Stargate are among the most deceptive and treacherous that I have ever known.
Thor has assured us the Goa'ulds are also forbidden from bringing weapons.
If this treaty doesn't happen, they're going to send 100 of those motherships here. You know as well as I do what that means.
Teal'c, I'm ordering you to turn your weapon over.
Checkpoints are being sealed. Level 3 are now open to all operators. T-minus 9 minutes to arrival.
Remember correctly, you become the thorn in the side.
That's an acronym. It means very important. I hope this is okay.
Your idea of accommodation is pitiful.
Well, it's the best.
You do not stand for this! What is this about? Shunfa onak hokashaga. Trina arik krumaka shunfa.
What's going on?
Your crude surveillance devices were poorly hidden in our quarters.
Well, that's because they weren't hidden. They're security cameras, and they're for your own safety.
As I was trying to explain.
I will not be spied upon.
Nor will I.
Well, no offense was meant by it. It's merely a security precaution. I'll ask if we can remove the cameras from the rooms, but we'd definitely like to leave them in the halls.
Do not show your face to me again, Shova.
Okay.
As first prime of Apophis, I often did battle with the Jaffa of Cronus.
Well, you must have battled lots of rival Goa'ulds. I'm sorry, Teal'c, that looked a little more personal to me.
My father was once first prime of Cronus. When I was but a child, Cronus commanded my father to attack a Goa'uld who was more powerful at the time. It was an impossible battle to win. When all was inevitably lost, Cronus killed my father as punishment and exiled my mother and I. We fled to Teal'c. I vowed I would become the strongest Jaffa I could. So one day I would be named first prime of Apophis. Sworn enemy of Cronus.
I trust our guests are settled.
The Goa'uld demanded the security cameras be removed from their quarters.
Well, I assume you told them no?
Actually, sir, I kind of told them it would be okay. I told them we'd have to leave them in the hall, sort of a compromise.
If you think it's absolutely necessary.
Yes.
If you want to have this summit.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will.
Just wanted to wish you luck, sir.
Thank you, Captain. Major?
Nervous?
I wouldn't call it nervous. Confused. I have no idea why I'm here.
Well, the Asgard obviously have confidence in you, sir, as do the rest of us. I know I couldn't do it.
Why?
Well, I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure until I saw his face. But I think Cronus is the one who sent the Ashrak to kill Jolinar. I just hate having them here.
Major? I hate having them anywhere. Oops.
Good luck.
Hello. Come on in. Have a seat. Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Hello, you. Well, I guess we're just, And here he is. Gang's all here. You all know each other. Guess we can get started.
The Asgard High Council wishes you all greetings and thanks for this opportunity to negotiate for peace.
The Goa'uld system lords are prepared to hear the Asgard proposal.
Onak arek kri.
Koreka asimo. Hanakri. Kina Oriaska.
I thought we were all going to speak the same language here. What? What'd they say?
You insulted them.
I insulted them?
By speaking out of turn. This was to be expected.
What are you talking about? They were yelling at each other before I said a word.
The System Lords have a fragile relationship with one another, as do we with them.
You mean they're always like that?
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting. What just happened?
Apparently we said hello, insulted each other, and broke for a recess. Can I ask you something? Why did you let the Goa'uld get that much power in the first place? I mean, if you've got the technology.
We are not proud of the fact that we have been forced to ignore the situation as long as we have. But you must understand, there are other concerns for the Asgard. We have an enemy in our home galaxy that is far worse than...
Worse?
I cannot explain further. For now, we use what limited resources we can spare to enforce these treaties with the Goa'uld.
What happens if a rogue Goa'uld like Sokar, who's been banished by the System Lords, decides to come after us?
In order to maintain the treaty, the System Lords would attempt to prevent it. Our greatest advantage has been the feudal nature of the Goa'uld. Our greatest concern has been a single Goa'uld rising to dominant power. If Sokar were to overtake the System Lord Collective, the Asgard may not have sufficient power to stop him.
Basically, you guys are bluffing the Goa'uld, big time. So far, they've been so busy badgering each other, they bought it.
I must return to my ship now. It will take time before the System Lords will be willing to reconvene. You may contact me with this. It will work as long as my ship is in orbit.
Okay.
Ah.
Hold it in your hand and speak.
Thanks. We appreciate what you're doing.
These negotiations will not be easy. The Asgard will be required to make great sacrifices, as will you.
Fate of the world in my hands, and I screw it up. I take it you apologized. Oh, I tried. They wouldn't see me. What now? Well, Daniel typed up a formal letter in Goa'uld, and I signed it. That boy can really grovel when he has to.
It's probably part of their negotiating strategy.
I hope so. Because Thor made it pretty clear that we might have to give up something big.
What if it's hosts?
Well, now that would be unacceptable, wouldn't it?
As you have said, O'Neill, the alternative could be far worse.
They're ready.
They're gonna want their gate. That's obvious. How is this even a question? They want you to not be able to go spread your
apology of human representative
freedom fighting
and
around.
agreed to hear the Asgard proposal.
In return for Earth's inclusion in the Protected Planets Treaty, Addendum 10815, the Asgard will allow Goa'uld access to the passage of Nylor.
According to Law Section 326, no human planet will be allowed to advance technologically to a point where they may become a threat to the Goa'uld.
You are correct.
Definition of such threat shall rest solely in the hands of the Goa'uld System Lords.
What? Sorry. May I ask a question?
The human representative is recognized.
Thank you. Are you saying you're limiting our development?
The treaty recognizes that the human species exists for the purpose of serving the Goa'uld as hosts and slaves.
Excuse me?
Do the System Lords accept the Asgard proposal?
Goa'uld system lords. Accept the Asgard proposal and demand one additional concession. We order the immediate and unconditional forfeiture of the Tauri Stargate.
Told ya.
Both of them.
Are we seriously going to give up gate travel?
Considering the alternative.
I believe that ring out there is the single most important thing on this planet, and I understand what losing the gate would mean. But it is on your word that we trust these Asgard, and peaceful solutions to this crisis must be considered.
True, but
The point is, sir, with all due respect, it's not nearly
With all
as
due
simple
respect.
as you put it.
There are other threats to this world this treaty will not protect you from.
from what my buddy Thor tells me, an enemy far worse than the Goa'uld.
If any of you can tell me absolutely why we should not accept this proposal, I will forward your opinion to the President, and I assure you...
How about
It will
they
be
could
given
still come
serious weight.
and we have no way off the planet? And if the Asgard can't get there in time to enforce this treaty, like say what
Have
happened,
your people reached a decision?
Not yet. That's kind of why I'm here. I was wondering what you think we should do.
It is your decision.
I see. Or do I? Do you guys... Do you ever say one thing and mean another, kind of speak between the lines, if you know what I mean?
I do not.
Do not what? Speak between the lines or understand?
What do you, O'Neill, think your people should do?
Well, now see, I don't know. It's a bit much for one guy to make that call for an entire planet. On the other hand, it's pretty obvious. Give up the Stargate or be destroyed.
So it would seem.
But you see, the Goa'uld could call your bluff, attack us anyway, and we'd have given up our only means of finding a way of defending ourselves.
That is true.
Oh, come on, give me something. Anything. I won't hold you to it. A little head nod if there's another way around this.
It is your planet at stake. I believe you have it within you to make the right decision.
All right. Send me back. Wait! Right there. Is that a head nod? The nod is usually down, then back up. You kind of just went down. Wait! I'll take...
Thor is kind of a pain.
Yes, sir.
He does actually get fun with O'Neill.
We accept
Well,
the
as
charge.
fun as an Asgard does.
Daniel, you want to tell him we're ready?
Security to level 25. Medical team to level 25. Emergency.
Sir, yes, sir. In here, sir.
I demand to know the meaning of these sounds.
Please just stay in your rooms for a moment.
Oh, jeez. What did you do? Teal'c.
His vitals are stable, but he took quite a blow to the head. There's some intracranial swelling.
Junior taking care of it?
Yes, his larval Goa'uld is assisting in the healing process. Hopefully there isn't any permanent brain damage, but we won't know that until he wakes up.
Oh.
That's up to him.
What about Cronus?
Oh, he should only be so lucky. Severe internal injuries and his host is dying.
Shouldn't his snake be taking care of him?
Based on what I've learned about Goa'uld physiology, the symbiote cannot heal injuries this severe on its own. Can, but I don't think he's gonna make it. Could be hours, could be minutes.
I have a security videotape. You'll want to see this.
Videotape? There's no cameras in the room.
SF's assigned to guard the hallway sounded the alarm. They say Teal'c passed them and told them he was going to see Cronus.
Well, Nirrti and Yu are demanding an explanation.
Did we tell them?
Well, based on the videotape evidence, it looks like Teal'c is involved. Not that I believe he's responsible for this.
Well, I don't believe for a minute that Teal'c would sacrifice our interests for a personal vendetta.
What personal vendetta?
Well, apparently Teal'c and Cronus have some pretty heavy history.
Such as?
Cronus killed Teal'c's father.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Wow.
Why doesn't he tell us these things?
Why
didn't you tell us?
He confided in me.
I still don't think Teal'c would do this.
Well, neither do I. But the case against him just got a little more interesting, don't you think?
Well, we have to tell the other Goa'ulds something.
Yes, and if we lie, we could make things worse.
Doctor?
Sir, the point is maybe the Goa'ulds can do something for Cronus that I can't.
Let's tell the Goa'uld what we know. Major, find out what really happened.
Sir.
Why would they help Cronus?
You will pay for this.
We know it looks bad.
But we're not sure what actually transpired.
Whoever is responsible for this atrocity must be brought before us.
We're trying to figure out exactly what happened right now.
All the people of your planet will suffer greatly as punishment for this crime.
All right, just hang on a second before you go dooming everybody.
We brought you here because we want to know if there's anything either of you can do for him.
He's dying.
We can do nothing here in your primitive facilities.
Okay, can you use one of these?
His injuries are too severe. The only way to save him is with the sarcophagus.
Okay, we don't have one of those.
Then we're prepared to leave immediately.
You must let them take Cronus.
They'll attack us.
If you hold them against their will, the rest of the System Lords will attack regardless.
Look, Teal'c didn't do this.
I have been instructed by the Asgard High Council to leave Earth's orbit.
And that's what, in line with your policy of limited benevolence?
I have explained our position. To borrow from a human euphemism, it is not a perfect galaxy.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I get a little testy when faced with the total annihilation of our little corner of it.
We sympathize with your situation.
Right, and yet you'll still just sit by and watch him destroy us.
We cannot interfere without beginning a much larger war that cannot be won at this time.
Command you to release us.
We must leave now and take Cronus before his death is on your heads.
I'm sorry, I can't let you go.
If we do not report back, your planet will suffer the full force of the System Lord's wrath.
That's going to happen whether we let you go or not.
You have violated every code mandated for these negotiations. The Asgard will not protect you.
Actually, you're wrong about something. There's one rule we haven't broken yet. Do we have any idea of what sort of time frame surrounds this impending attack? The President is readying a statement to the United Nations. From what you're telling me, Earth should begin preparing for this onslaught immediately. Boy, did this get out of hand.
Hammond. Thank you. Teal'c is conscious.
Cronus requested my presence.
So you went alone?
It is what he requested. When I arrived, he denied making the request. Before I could leave, we were attacked.
By whom?
An invisible force.
Invisible force.
Ritu.
A Ritu?
Could one have come through the gate with the Goa'uld?
Sir, we could break out the transphase eradication rods and do a sweep of the base.
I did not sense the presence of a Ritu.
I almost wish you had.
Teal'c, are you aware of any of the Goa'uld having some sort of stealth technology?
I am not.
Hathor had the ability to appear and disappear.
Okay, she's dead.
Right?
Right? Please, tell me she's dead.
Yeah.
I did not attack Cronus.
Well, we believe you, Teal'c, but I just don't think anyone else is going to.
Certainly not those lions scheming, no good for nothing, slimy, overdressed
Sir.
style mongers.
I'd like to try something.
I wasn't finished.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Made it work before, just not on a living thing.
What's she doing?
I hate to go all Freudian on you here. The part of you that knows how to run those things,
You think I don't want to cure Cronus because he ordered Jalinar's death? I just have the memories of Jalinar. She doesn't control me. I'm well aware of the stakes here.
I'm just saying.
Nirrti.
You have healed me, human. I am sure you spared my life only to prevent your own destruction.
Hey, we didn't do this to you. And we saved your snaky little butt because we want the treaty to happen.
That is not possible now. Nirrti and Yu have undoubtedly blamed the Tauri for this attack on me.
Good catch. Look, it's obvious to everybody that one of them did this to you. What if I can prove which one? What's that worth to you?
What do you ask in return?
We can't prove anything, sir. All we know for sure is that Nirrti lied.
But Cronus doesn't know that. And Nirrti doesn't know what else we know.
Which is nothing.
Right. But she doesn't know we know nothing.
What are you suggesting?
I'm just saying maybe it's time we take a page out of the Asgard book on dealing with these Goa'ulds.
You're gonna bluff.
Sounds risky, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
But keeps them fighting within
You
themselves.
lied to us about being able to heal Cronus with that hand device.
I tried honestly and failed. I was willing to save Cronus by taking him to a sarcophagus.
Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. But the fact is, you are the only Goa'uld here who has the technology to become invisible.
That is a lie.
Who's lying? We called the Tok'ra.
They say you've been experimenting with phase shifting in order to battle the Ritu.
You do not share this technology with the System Lord?
They are lying.
You dare attack Cronus and derail our meeting with the Asgard.
It's not true.
You are the one who opposed this treaty. You have long coveted Cronus territory. Good.
Dude, they called it. Like, all of it.
Drop the weapon. You ever seen one of these things work? Because there's nothing more I'd like to do right now than demonstrate.
It's two of them.
Cronus said he'd support the treaty and we wouldn't have to give up our Stargate. I was kind of hoping we could count on your vote.
We will not attack your world. But if you continue to use your Stargate, be warned. Anyone who is caught by one of the System Lords will be shown no mercy. They will suffer greatly.
Back at ya.
Well, that certainly makes life more interesting.
He almost looks like he wants to laugh.
Boy, is she gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
My heart bleeds.
Boy, is she gonna get it. Danny, come on. Oh man, that was actually a really fun episode. I like that one. Alright guys, comment below, let me know. What did you think? Did you enjoy that? I did. That was just kind of a... yeah, it was a good one. And Sam got promoted. Fun! Alright guys, please remember to like this video. If you're not already a fellow fan geek, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot and we really appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, hit that notification bell with your notifications turned on so that you know every time we drop a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye guys!